things. I know she does things for attention. I know she's a drama queen. We know all that. But guess what? So does EQ. So does Miss Red. So does Luke. So does me. So does everybody. You do know what I mean? So I don't understand. Can someone tell me exactly what Alphaba has... I mean, I know people don't really talk about her as much as they did, right? And that's because of people like Miss Red. Yeah, that's because of people like other have basically... I agree, it's bullying, yeah. Like Miss Red that has had that obsession with her that basically probably destroyed her platform from constantly bringing her down. You know, by constantly, not just her, but I don't know who else was really playing Alphaba as much as Miss Red did, really. Because she used to always play Alphaba. Always. And now thinking about it, I don't know why it wasn't brought up. I don't know why someone actually didn't say, Miss Red, what are you doing? Because has Alphaba been attacking you? Because I haven't seen that. Now, can someone please get into the box? Because I may be wrong. And tell me what, apart from her being maybe a little bit eccentric and making things up and, you know, all of that, what has she done that's so wrong? My mama cares. So there's another one. I feel people have destroyed her platform and it's not on and it's not fair. Because, you know, I do feel she's fallen off this app and she's fallen off because of people like them that have gone at her day in, day out. You know, now I want to know why. Is it because Alphaba was going at them? Was Alphaba going at Mama Kaz every day? What is it? Yeah, I mean, they do seem to bully her. Yeah, but I understand what people don't like her. Yeah, okay, you don't like her. We get it. Okay, you think she's weird, right? You think she's, maybe some people have said she's not a trans female, okay? She does things and it's always an act. She's always, whatever it may be, yeah? But does she deserve to be bullied? What has she done? Has she ever had a go at you guys? Has she been rude? Has she gone for Mama Kez to go at her? What is it? Because okay, you might say she's not a trans woman, a trans female that she says she is, but is she hurting you by saying she is? You know what I mean? I just don't understand. She's done so much. Okay, she's done so much. We're getting somewhere. Can you tell me what? Because I don't watch her, and I like to know what she's done for people to react the way they do to her, or, you know, and you know, they're horrible to her. She's mocked SA just last week. Okay, she's mocked. What does she do with SA? What does she do about SA? Accuse men of bad things. And you know that she's not, and you know that's a lie? How? Because you seem to always have this, if a victim is telling the truth, if it's a victim, always support the victim. But you don't want to believe Alphaba because it's Alphaba. But you want to believe other people that you do not know that jump into your box saying about SA and saying about this creator's SA. I mean, this creator's done this to me. This creator's threatened me. This creator's done this based on no evidence. And because, like KJ, for example, you know, making accusations towards Rickster, we believe her because she is a victim. Well, then isn't she a victim? Let me put Gems in because I'm not sure. Hi, Gems.
Angie!
Hello. Can you shed some light on this Alphaba?
Well, obviously, if you let people in the box to talk instead of keep going on about it. Right, so basically it's 2025 now. 2023.
Yeah.
Me,
Don't say about messing
Alphaba.
with kids. Don't even say that in the comments, right?
What?
Because number one, you're saying she was in kids in a WhatsApp group with a parents' permission or something. I don't know what all that was about. Yeah, I even outed that myself. However, you got EQ that said a lot of things and that and you also still support her. So don't go there about that WhatsApp.
Okay, cool. So check it. In 2023, I think it was might have been April or May. Me, CLA, Mama Kaz, and Alphaba were on the leaderboard. There was a lot going on with Alphaba, and she was younger then. She used to tell so much lies. Now, me and Mama Kaz were really close these times, and we used to battle Alphaba and CLA.
Mm-hmm.
And Alphaba's mouth used to be rotten. When I say rotten, the things that used to come out of Alphaba's mouth was absolutely atrocious. Now, her and Mama Kaz were close friends, and I think Mama Kaz tried to do a lot for Alphaba, like, you know, like to try and keep her cleanliness, because them times it was a bit, I don't know, everyone used to come for Alphaba about her cleanliness and stuff like that. Mama Kaz tried to help her in loads of ways, and then Alphaba, she was all obsessed with that witch program. What's it called? Wicked. And she used to be horrible to everyone. And her and CLA used to run their mouths to like me and Mama Kaz, and we used to just shut them down all the time. After that, Alphaba used to go on DUR, what is it? DRUGS, because she was growing up or whatever. And she had her own little cling and little clan, and she got caught out doing things. Probably, I don't even know about that part. EQ would probably be able to tell you more about that part, because she got caught out doing stuff, I don't know, in her generation group or whatever. I don't want to like say the wrong words or whatever, but when she was growing up, she used to do some crazy stuff on the app, and she had a big platform. Likewise, I did.
She
And
has fallen off, hasn't she?
I think she used to scan come up and make out she needed money for stuff that she didn't actually need it for, and she used to just go on mad binges and say more stuff and then cry and try and hurt herself, remember, on camera.
Can you share the live too? I know she don't really do boxes, does she, Alphaba? But can people share the live just to see if she will get into box?
She might, I don't know, I don't think
No,
she
I
will.
don't really see her in boxes, but if she does it, just share it and see if she...
Remember, she's a whole lot younger than me. I thought she was my age, believe it or not. She's probably 20. I thought she was my age. I don't know. She's just got a group of her kind of generation, kind of people, and she says stuff to them, and I don't know, manipulates them. But she weren't good to Mama Kaz at all. She tried to make out that it was all Mama Kaz, but by the end of their kind of disagreements, I thought that I just told Mama Kaz to leave it and then just see what happens to Alphaba. But yeah, back in the day, it used to be atrocious. Not gonna lie, if you type in Gemzino, Mama Kaz, and Alphaba and see what comes up, you'll be shocked.
Well, okay. Well, it makes a little more sense then, doesn't it? But I just feel
But
that
if you do,
other creators that have gone in on her, she hasn't done it. She hasn't gone in on them, have they? So maybe they just
she don't really go back. She don't really go back at anyone no more.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why, but she used to. She used to be so vicious, like all this to the screen, and like she used to be a bit scary. She used to be scary. And one time, oh my god, put this in TikTok. What's this? What's the caption? Alphaba must have been at Chelsea's, and I must have been battling Chelsea, and Alphaba's come in the background. What's it called? Shock horror or something? Not shock, jump scare. Put in Gemzino, Chelsea, Alphaba jump scare. It's the funniest video you'll ever see in your life.
All right then. So I'm reading the comments of what people are saying, but okay then. Oh, thanks, Jim. I've got to get on with FYP.
All right, Angie, make sure you wash your naan bread.
See you later.
Bye. Eggy bitch. Oh, sorry.
She's quite funny, isn't she, James? So I do get it. People are saying what they're saying in the comments and things, but okay. Let me just continue playing that video.
So it's how I feel. So it's just all real emotion, mate. All of it. I just want you to know I've been through a lot. And you have as well. Like, I don't doubt that on my life. Like, you're all fucking strong people as well. No, exactly. So as everyone, I know, I understand that. I've just been through a lot, like, constantly. And I just wish kind of people who have been through stuff kind of got it, you know? They understood me a bit more. Whatever community's not offended, I'm so sorry. I never want to do that to anyone. I don't want to do that because I know what it's like to go through bullying, and I don't want to ever do that to people. Just people fucking set me up. They do that. They clip things. They edit things. They do that. I wish you do that. Like, and sometimes what I say can come out wrong. It can, and it's too blunt. It's too misunderstood. So I do that to myself. I do. But when I'm trying to say something, I can't really get it out. It's hard to say. Like people who don't get me, they don't understand me. Like,
I still feel though there are certain creators that have really gone in on her. Do you know what I mean? And I understand the things you're saying about the transition, the money, the mocking of this, mocking of that. I get it. But a lot of people have done shit on the SEP as well. Believe me, a lot of shit. Do you know what I mean? On the SEP. To me, she just keeps to herself. She doesn't bother me. She don't speak on me or anything like that. So, and I don't really watch her, to be fair. I think a lot of it, I mean, it's Penta, we know a lot of what she does is, I think, is an act. Whether that is an act, I'm not saying it is, because, you know, I get upset on social media at times, and do you know what I mean? So I don't know. But DJ always said you've got to remember she is only 22. Yeah, you know, she is only 22, exactly. She is young. And you know, she must be still a lot of stresses, you know, because it's very stressful, social media. Do you know what I mean? Can you imagine having these creators, you know, going in on you and opening all the boxes and dragging you, and then you got, you know, I think Mama Cares, and then you got other people, and you know what I mean? So yeah, it must be hard, and not fair to be seen. Well, listen, I don't know everything she's been doing. I'm only going by what you're saying in the comments, really. I don't think far from innocent. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but does that excuse bullying? Does that excuse people bullying her? Have your say, and you know, I think once you keep going on about that person on a daily basis, it can become, you know, bullying, isn't it? You know. So there you go, there, Emma. No excuse for its behaviour. You're calling her an it. You know what I mean? That's bullying right there, and that's not okay to be calling anyone an it. You know, like, you know, we do need to remember she's only 22. She's not an it, okay? She's a she. Now, any transphobia in my comments will be gone, okay? I'm not saying she is innocent. I'm not saying that, but I'm not having any transphobia. If she identifies as a female, she identifies as a female. The only to identify as a trans female is basically just living as a female. And if she identifies that, I've always called Alphaba as she. And I don't know does she go by as she. I don't know, but I'm not having it in my comments. There's just no need for it, and there's no need to be calling people an it.
Like when people I don't know what to say, but if they don't get it, they don't get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't know how I'm talking.
Oh, have I gone to the beginning? I think have I gone to the beginning? Sorry, have I gone to the beginning? No, I haven't.
I'm so sorry.
Is it if I played this, guys?
I just want to be loved. That's it. I just want to be loved. I just want to be supported. I just want people to understand that the past actions aren't me now. I promise you that. I can't, and I promise you this. I will try my best to say the right things in the future. Do
you think, that people can move on? She's, you know, made mistakes in the past. That's what she's saying, and she wants to move on. She wants to be a better person. You know, and that's the same with me. I kind of have opened my eyes. Listen, I've still said things. I think since I had that rant about poor Sam, you know what I mean, I kind of thought, oh God, if I'm going to drink, I'm just going to have to be careful what I say on social media, not maybe drink so much, or do you know what I mean? But do you think she can? Do you think she can change and so people and move on or not?
But it's going to be hard because I say things a different way when people kind of...
Because, you know, at the end of the day, she's not a criminal. You know, she hasn't been, I don't think she's been in jail. She has not committed a crime. I don't think she has. You know what I mean? So isn't it a good thing if she does want to move on, you know, kind of better herself and say, this is not the person I want to be. I want to be careful what I say. I mean, that's a good thing, right? I mean, whether that's true, I don't know. But she's not been on the FYP for a while, so has she changed the way she is? And you know what I mean? Has she? Because I've not seen her on the FYP saying anything bad. Well, I don't watch her, but I haven't seen on the FYP of her saying anything bad. No. So when you say no, what you mean? She's not been on FYP. She hasn't seen anything bad.
I love my mum, I love you. But I grew up and she talks very bluntly, so I've got that kind of behaviour from her. So it's hard to say, how does mum, I'm sorry for saying that, but it's true. Two people enjoying this, I know, it's funny, isn't it?
You know what I think with Alphaba? I think of her lot of problems. Now I like her mum. I can't remember her name. I think she's pleasant when you talk to her, because I've spoken to her once on here. However, I think a lot of her problem is a mother. I think she unfortunately does have a mother that is toxic. That does belittle her. No, I'm only going by what I have seen now. Okay, because I'm not going by, you could say, no, she's not, she's lovely. I don't know. I've just seen what I've seen. Like I said, I don't really watch her. I don't really play her on the FYP. You'll never really see me playing Alphaba. But I think her mother's a problem. She belittles her. She shouts at her when she's on TikTok. She puts her down. I feel that she's a little bit scared of her mother on TikTok, because she gets embarrassed because of what her mother says. I think her problem is her mother, and I think her behaviour is because of her mother. She has got a mother. Yeah, she does love her. I have no doubt in my mind she does. But she does have a mother that does not treat her very well. Like me. Someone's put like me.
I get it.
See, my mum, she does that as well. She does put me down. She does belittle me. She does all of that on her TikTok and all that. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what it is. I don't know why. However, I'd always, make sure, I always take care of her. She wants breakfast. We have our arguments, don't get me wrong. She gets on my nerve on her. Not literally. But however, 5 minutes, it's done. It's done with. And it's, do you want breakfast? Or like the other day I went for breakfast with my mum. So we have that relationship, and people don't realise we do have that relationship. I might say, that's it, I'm disowning you, I want nothing to do with you. But next minute we'll go be sitting in the cafe. You know what I mean? Hospital appointments, I'll go with her, I'll be there, kind of that. Do you know what I mean? And we have that kind of, relationship. But, you ain't children. Yeah, I know that. But what I'm saying is, but I live with her. I own half the house, right? Someone just said, you're not a child, for fuck's sake. But we live together. We own half of this house. I'm just saying that's how it was even growing up. It was like that. I always felt like my mum, because she put me in modelling once when I was about 17. She said, do you want to do this modelling? She just sent this picture off, because my sister, I told you, she did with Miss New Zealand. She did a modelling. She was a big model, yeah. She was a model with she was in with Rachel Hunter, yeah. She was she was very, in New Zealand. And then obviously she met a guy that didn't like her doing it, and she stopped. I don't know why. I think she would have done really well. But anyway, hey ho. And then I do remember, she put me in this competition. She asked, do you want to do it? And I was like, oh, go on then, I'll go, I'll do it. So I did it. And I came fourth. I was bloody 17. We're talking about yonks ago. But I remember my mum saying, kind of like, to the woman that didn't come anywhere. She didn't place. You should have won it. You should have come first, because you're beautiful. And, it made me feel... But mum, I'm your daughter. You know what I mean? She was always kind of for the other kids, and this is just me growing up. And the reason I'm only saying that is because Alphaba's only 22, right? She's still a baby, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Her mum's a little bit similar to that. She's always for everybody else but her own daughter, But however, don't get me wrong, I'm 50 now. Me and my mum living together, we have that relationship. She gets on my wick, I get on her wick. Next minute we're having dinner or breakfast together, do you know what I mean? And then it's all done. No, we don't apologise, it's just forgotten. He is an adult. She's an adult, but she's still young, isn't she? She's only 22, and she lives with her mum. And I just think her mum is the problem. I think her mum is the reason why she's the way she is.
I'll be watching it too, But I'll be kind of an empath for them, Because I'm a human. I've got empathy for people. Again, it's funny, you know what I mean? Like, it's all a joke.
Yeah. Can I ask you something? Was she in a care home or something? I don't know. She wasn't living with her mum before though, was she? I don't know. I don't really know her story. Yeah, and you got to remember, I think, you know, with Alphaba now, you always say, oh, it's just an act, and it's an act, but is it? And I do feel that maybe she does want to just be loved. Maybe she don't feel she's loved by her mum. Maybe she wants that. She wants to meet someone, have that relationship, and, you know, wants what everybody else has, and she just doesn't really have that. And she's the way she is, I think, because she's kind of, I feel, being, how do I put it now? Like, kind of mentally abused. Oh, that's a very strong word to use, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Very strong word to use. But maybe not abuse, but kind of, I'm only going by what I've seen. Neglected. Yeah, those kind of things. Yeah, kind of put down and everything. Made feel she's not good enough. Yeah. So, but I think people need to remember that, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's move on. I just got this video through. What's this? Oh, 22 and an adult. Yeah, she is an adult, yeah. But she's a young adult. So, Pearl has a message for Delusive Angie before she does her jump. Oh, God, she's doing it. She's jumping out the plane and she's thinking of me. Yeah, I mean... I don't think I can I get into this?
Pearl, is there anyone you've wanted to say something to that you just haven't said it yet, but you'd like to say it now before it's the end?
Yes.
Don't speak to me.
Yes, to Delusive Angie, listen, this is my last time on earth, and I would just like to say I really do love you. I know you've got some shitty little ways and things, but listen, when I was your friend, I was your...
Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh.
Friend, and I really do love you. That's to Delusive, the only one. But all the rest I've spoken to on the phone, said I love you. So that's to our Delusive.
You ain't spoken to me.
Wait for it.
Pearl, is there anyone you've wanted to say something to that you just haven't said it yet, but you'd like to say it
There
now
must be
before
more to it. There definitely must be more to that. Absolutely. Where's the full video? Where she's got, only joking, I hate the bitch. What the hell? Right, okay, next. Bloody hell. Bloody hell's on. She was on Favorited not so long ago saying something completely different. You know what I mean? Right. The bitch. No, she's trying to play the victim. Shut up. She's trying to get sympathy. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Absolutely. Take it as a nice message. I'd piss off. Right. Right. Let's talk. Do we want to talk about the Talia? Because I didn't really want to bring up the Talia and the Sally, Aunt Sally. Oh, guys, I'm only joking. For God's sake, I'm joking. I am joking. Okay. What did she say again? Let me say. I kind of zoned out. Hello, Babalusha.
Pearl, is there anyone you've wanted to say something to that you just haven't said it yet, but you'd like to say it now before it's the end?
Yes.
Don't speak to me.
Yes, to Delusive Angie, listen, this is my last time on earth, and I would just like to say I really do love you. I know you've got some shitty little ways and things, but listen, when I was your friend, and I really do love you. That's to Delusive, the only one. But all the rest I've spoken to on the phone, said I love you. So that's to our Delusive.
You ain't spoken to me.
Yeah, but it could be a way, guys. Right now, maybe me being paranoid, right? To kind of like, oh, you know, you are the bigger person, and that. Do you know what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know if she meant that, to be honest. Are you eating your bickies? Good boy. What's the time? We did have a laugh. I think, you know what, to be fair though, when me and Pearl were, listen, I was only joking with what I said before, right? But when me and Pearl were friends, I think we did have a laugh. I think, apart from obviously my usual crowd like Ziana and Eternity and Linz, apart from them obviously, but I think I clicked more with Pearl than I did with anybody else. I think we did have that laugh. You know, it was kind of like I could, you know, because I had a friend like that where every time I looked at her, I just would burst into tears, you know, not to tears, burst out laughing. You know, I don't know why. You know, you have one of those friends that can just make you laugh by them looking at you. And I think that's kind of what I had with a friend of mine. I think that's a little bit like Pearl as well. And I think we did get on. We were, you know, friends. And I think I had probably more of a laugh with Pearl than I've done with any other creator on here. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. And I listen, I don't wish any harm. I say things, Pearl says things, but I don't wish any harm on Pearl. Never have done, you know. And listen, but I've always said she's not going to go to jail or anything like that. And I even went live and said that, you know. I did say I'd be a little bit upset if she went to jail because she wouldn't be on TikTok. It's just used to seeing her face around, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, I appreciate that she said it. I hope it wasn't being sarcastic, because I take everything back if it is. And yeah, so there. So as a way, yeah, it's good that we can be civil. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Oh, he's eating his food. This cat is always goddamn eating. As I was saying, it's good that we can be civil, because at the end of the day, I don't know if she does it as a job, TikTok. I don't think she does, but, you know, I do it as a job. Other people do it as a job. And it's just good to just stay in our own lanes and just, we've got our own communities. We have very different viewers. You know, no one's jealous of anybody or anyone's viewers or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? And just, I think, just do our own thing. Do you know what I mean? You were funny together. Yeah, like I said, I think she's the only one. With her, I just don't like that certain person, the way she talks to her. And I did say that. Even as a joke, I don't think it's nice to be belittling her. Because my mum does that sometimes as a joke, and it's not very nice. You know, even as a joke to belittle someone like that. That's one thing I think Corey needs to stop with Pearl and stop doing that. But, yeah. Yeah, we did have funny times. I've got to say, yeah, it was funny. Right, so let's move on to the next video. Right, I'll speak about Tally. I don't know whether about talking this. I want to mention, guys. I mentioned it earlier, right? And I was a little bit shocked. Look at this, and I want your opinions on this.